Be prepared for the Martha Washingtons.
Sorry?
Be prepared for Martha Washington.
Oh my God.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lake George and the hottest day of the year. How hot is it? It is so hot that they closed the Saratoga Raceway today because it's too hot.
How are you? Hello, I'm so excited.
30-degree cooler.
I wish, I know.
When did you start building the install?
The whole room on Wednesday, but this we just did today. Just kind of made some adjustment to make it a little easier to put up, but you know, the detail work, you obviously can't rush until the end.
40, 60, 80, 100.
Tonight concludes the Saperstein trifecta. 3 girls, 3 weddings, 3 years.
You know, we just celebrated the 75th anniversary D-Day. That was easier to plan than these weddings. So let's hear it for the mother of the bride. Who here is the father of 3 or more daughters? You don't know what true hell is.
There's a place called the Sagamore. And we looked at that place first, and then when we came here and we kind of wind down that like hill and turned the corner, like I think then we just both fell in love with it.
Yay! With the claw in hand.
White Claw Jack. Yeah, shake those hands.
She was kind of a friend of a friend. One of the other bridesmaids worked at Pleasantville too, or still does. So I was friends with her and she was friends with Ricky.
Well, we used to have lunch together. So it was just funny, you know, getting to see them, you know, start the conversation and stuff like that. And I was talking to John once, we were out for drinks. I was like, oh, so where are you heading after this? And he goes, well, you probably already know I'm going to Ricky's. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I like caught him and it was funny.
It was just like, you know, another young teacher in the school. It was both our first year, you know. It was Daria's first year also. We all had lunch together. It was Giants season, so we always talked about Giants games and like, cause he had season tickets and everything.
When school starts, like that's kind of when football season starts too, and so we had like some common interests to talk about.
He texted me asking if I wanted to go to a football game with him, like a Pleasantville football game. Mm-hmm. I didn't know if it was a date. His mom was in the car when he picked me up. So now I'm like sitting there, I'm like, his mom is in the car, we're going to a school event. We're going to drinks with his friends. Like, I don't know if this is a date.
We were in the car and he was driving and casually he said to me, I'm going to be picking up a girl to go to the game with. I said, oh, okay, fine. And of course it was Ricky. And so we had a nice ride and conversation in the car on the way down.
Oh, we thought it was great for John, you know, like he really liked her a lot. And, you know, like for him to introduce us to her right away, you know, like that first day, you know, he knew that she was something special for him.
We did go out to dinner like in between. We like ordered wings, we had a good dinner. Check came, he paid for it, and I was like, oh, well, if he's paying for the check, probably means that it's a date. Kind of treated it as a date. We like went out, we had some drinks, a little liquid courage. I like asked him if it was a date. He like said yes, and I kissed him. So I kissed him first.
After that night, Ricky became a new person. She was happy, always smiling, and just really glowing. She spent more time with John, and by the end of that month, John finally DTR'd it with Ricky, and it became official. By the way, DTR means to define the relationship. Ricky and I learned that at a DASA workshop, so we kind of gave him a little nudge that night after it. In that course, we also learned what they meant before anyone else. It was then I decided that my new friend John was going to get a nickname, Bae John. Bae John eventually turned into Fiance John. And today, in front of everyone, as I promised you, Ricky, he will turn into just John.
No
Ricky
husband?
and John, I know. Husband. All right, husband, everybody. Here we see it here. Oh, did you think about that?
No, I just thought of it.
Husband, yes. All right, it's official. You heard it here, people.
One of my favorite things about their relationship is how funny he thinks Ricky is. I mean, I know she's funny, but he thinks she's like really funny.
I was thinking of keeping this.
Symmetrical.
At least it's off the neck.
Marie wants to know the tone of Mazel Tov.
Mazel tov!
Look at Italian. Mazel Tov! I have a very nice how to pronounce it.
The way you two compliment each other, it just melts my heart, which we all know is hard to do. John, I love the way that you love how weird Ricky is and always make her feel like she's the only person in the room.
So I went to school in Vermont and we wanted to do a little ski weekend. So I was like, let's rent a house up in Burlington. We can like go skiing. Ski weekend turned into the hottest day ever in February. I guess it's just our luck.
Even though it was February, it was very warm and rainy, and so we decided not to bring our ski stuff because it wasn't going to be nice or anything. There was no point. And so I had to kind of rearrange with the photographer, like, okay, we're not going to be skiing. Is there somewhere else, like in Vermont, that we could, you know, get a nice shot?
He's like, oh, he goes, I Googled something for us to do. And I'm like, okay, do you want me to like Google it to like make sure like we have, he's like, no, I have it. I'm like, okay, he wants to Google something, he wants to surprise me. In my head, I'm like, oh, maybe Bernie Sanders is coming to town and he's taking me to like a Bernie Sanders rally, or like maybe there's like a live concert somewhere and he's taking me there. Like I had no idea.
I just kind of told her like, don't really ask any questions. I'm just gonna take you somewhere. Like it's a surprise, but like don't worry, you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay, I will listen and I will agree. And we got out of the car and he like walked me over to this covered bridge and he like put his arm around me and I was like, are you doing what I think you're doing? And I like turned around and he was on one knee and he proposed. And then he said, look over there and wave, and there was a photographer waiting there. I was like, oh my God. She got the whole thing on camera. And then we did like a 2-hour photo shoot like around Stowe. We got all these great little cute pictures. And then this is everyone's favorite part of the story. We go to the last stop and she has us stand by this like red barn door. And I'm standing there and I take a step and boom, I fell right on my face. She got it on camera. There's like a series of like 3 pictures. We printed it out to like put up it because everyone thinks it's hilarious. And I like smacked my chest so hard and I like looked at the lady, I looked at John, I was like, I love you, thank you for doing this, but I'm over it. Like, I'm done. He's like, don't worry, I'm done too.
I kind of just told her that I think we were just gonna have dinner with my family.
I was like, can I invite my parents? And he was like, sure, you can invite them. And I like called my mom. Like I just got engaged, you know what I mean? Yeah. And my mom's like, oh honey, like we have opera tickets. Like we can't, you know, we have for the Philharmonica, like we can't come up. And I was like, oh, okay, just got engaged, but okay. We walk into the restaurant, he threw me a surprise party. And everyone, Paige was there, my parents were there, everyone basically sitting out in that sitting area, like he knew who my bridesmaids would be, like everyone was there and they threw me a big surprise party. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. So he planned it perfectly. But that's just who he is. He's very planned, he's organized, and he's so thoughtful. Like he really is. And so it was perfect in every way. It was so him and I loved it. Yeah. I was like, thank God my mom is here. Because you know us and our mother. Like, how could she not be there?
Holy smokes.
Oh.
Oh, man.
This looks amazing.
This is too much for us.
Oh my God, this is so much. Mom, Jerry Ann, you killed it. Killed it. Oh my God, this looks so good. This looks beautiful. Yes. Oh my God, this looks gorgeous. Jerry Ann, where are you? Oh, it's giving me. Oh my God, this looks beautiful. Thank you. Oh my God, the
good, how you doing?
You played a little tune while they tore the floor.
Oh my God. Our mock-up is not going to justice. Oh, this is beautiful. This is amazing. It really, oh my God, these chairs, look at the chairs.
I know, look at yours over here.
Oh my God, look at it. John, we have a little love seat.
Oh, Ricky, you gotta see the cookie cake.
Oh my God, the cookie cake. There's too many things to look at.
Oh.
You guys crushed it.
Crushed it.
Crushed it.
This is magnificent.
Oh, this is like
This is everything.
everything we wanted it to
It's
be
everything.
and then some.
It's magnificent. I have no words.
I think it's so beautiful.
Beautiful.
What you chose,
Beautiful.
you picked, and
Thank you. Oh, thank you. It was so fun to have it come to life.
Thanks, Simone. Worth the wait. Worth the wait. It's beautiful.
Ricky?
45 thumbs up.
Oh, wow.
300 thumbs up.
Beyond words. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to have a little middle child moment for a minute. Mom and Dad, my wedding was beautiful, but this is amazing.
However, the person who was most instrumental in organizing this evening, slaving all of the details, and making sure all fell into place is Ricky's official wedding planner. Yes, I did say official. My bride of 42 years. The person my girls call the queen, Karen.
So this was from Ricky's great-grandmother. They were both from her great-grandmother. And then this is a brand new wedding purchase. That was my grandmother.
Your grandmother.
Yeah. So I remember that she wore this ring to my wedding. And I wore those earrings to her bas mitzvah. Well, my wedding was in my parents' backyard. It's a Sunday, 10 o'clock wedding. Yeah, I wasn't involved in any of the planning. No, didn't pick the band, didn't pick the food. Mother did it all. Back then, she's like, okay, let's get married. Okay, sounds good. When? Next year? All right.
So as you know, Lara did leather jackets, Paige did fur coats. So I thought I need a jacket. I also didn't know it was going to be 95 degrees. When we were up here last summer, it was like cool and breezy. So I was like, oh, let me get a jean jacket for everyone. And of course now it's 95 degrees. So they're just going to be a picture. Everyone's wedding date, it's their own. It's not even mine. Yeah, so it's their wedding date. We've all been joking around, especially like my mom. She's like, what am I gonna do once you're married? Like, what wedding am I gonna plan? I'm like, well, Dad's turning 70, so family vacation.
Come here, so then he'll walk and have his back towards him.
All right, you just walk that way, don't look that way.
Look that.
Stand right there.
Dad, you can turn around.
Oh.
I've never seen that man show emotion ever.
It's true. It's true.
Last month, I sent this little snippet of a poem from the 19th century to the girls, for there is no friend like a sister in calm or stormy weather, to lift one if one totters down, to strengthen whilst one stands. And this is very true with the three girls.
We first met John in 2014 on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Normally, we do a Thanksgiving redo, but that Friday, we decided to change it up a beat and headed to New York City. Since he was making such a great impression on us, we thought we'd test his mettle a little further. So we invited him to join us for dinner at the Chinese diner in Thornwood for a few hundred more photo opportunities. If he could survive that challenge, we knew he would be a keeper. And survive he did. Not only did he survive, but unlike some other members of the family, he never complained once when his photo was being taken.
Good, you're in the shot. Get over here.
Here we go.
Now, if you completed the crossword puzzle that was in your welcome six-pack, and I hope you found the pencil that was included, you know that the Giants are John and Ricky's favorite football team. As season ticket holders, they spend numerous Sundays tailgating and hoping their team will be the championship team that year. Sadly, it hasn't happened yet. But they haven't given up. And recently we learned that when Ricky bought into the season tickets, that's when John knew he had met his mate for life.
Now, when I first met John, we had all gone into the city for lunch, and Ricky said she was bringing a guy with her. And all I'm thinking is, who is this dude, and why is she bringing him along? And then John showed up. He was so quiet and shy. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this guy's super nice and all, but he's going to get eaten alive by our family. But as time went on, we got to know John, and he finally came out of his shell, and now we can't get him to shut up. Just kidding, John, I love you. All kidding aside, I knew John was a keeper that same night when he was able to survive a night of horrible food and hangry Sapersteins.
The turning point for me, John, I'm gonna look directly at you, was when we went to Ricky's bachelorette when we were in Austin and you did those video chats. And I can't remember precisely what it was that you said, it's not important, but it was the sentiment that I took away from that, which is she really found someone who really adores her and cares for her. And as a big sister, you really can't ask for much more. She's gonna be good, and she's gonna be looked after, and she's gonna be taken care of. And I don't think she could have asked for anybody better. And especially, I think the part that makes it the most special is that you found your best friend, and you guys were friends first, and it blossomed from there.
He's the nicest guy. He's just like like the one you want to bring home to mom. That's him. He's nice. He's respectful. He's understanding. Like he puts my needs first.
He's always willing to do anything for anybody. We love him because he's always been, even growing up, honest and independent.
Over the years, I've gotten to know John. He's a kind, thoughtful young man with a big heart, and he's perfect for Ricky.
You look gorgeous, bride.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Do you feel like a bride yet?
No, I don't, but that's okay. Why? I mean, what does a bride feel like?
You. Beautiful.
Okay, I feel beautiful.
Happy.
I feel glued. I'm glued
You're
down.
stuck on John, that's why.
Stuck in. I'm holding mom's hand.
Okay,
Is that
good.
weird?
Yeah. No. We just don't.
Put your hand down. What are you doing? Normal, relaxed photos.
Ricky, not only are you lighting up this room today, you've been lighting up John's heart for years. A while back, I had asked John, how do you know she's the one? Without hesitation, he said, when you know, you know. That moment, I knew Ricky had become one of the luckiest girls in the world. I knew she was the one for John, as she's always been so accepting of his funny laugh, a New York Giants supporter, and an educational enthusiast for higher learning, just like John. After getting to know Ricky over the years, and seeing how John is a better man when he's with her, I knew today would make John one of the luckiest guys in the world. Ricky, I want to thank you for being John's best friend, and for always making and to continue making him happy each day through your lives together.
Don't do it, John.
Wait, what if I spell my name wrong? Doesn't count?
In the Jewish tradition, you typically sign a marriage contract before the actual ceremony happens. We took a little different spin on it. As a lot of you know, today is the 50th anniversary of landing on the moon, and so one of the ways we wanted to incorporate that was through our ketubah. So this is a map, a star map of the night sky, how the night will be tonight over the inn, like with our coordinates and everything.
All I need is the stars, the moon, the sea, and your hand in mine. Love you more than all the stars in the night sky.
Just like history and math made it possible to land on the moon, it would also be history and math that would bring Ricky and John together.
I'm trying to look at your reflection in the sunglasses.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
No, not really. No, it's okay. Don't. I won't look. I won't look. I'm ready. Hey, you look amazing. I missed you. Twirl. Oh, okay. I'll spin around you. Ooh. Wow, looks nice. Yeah. That's
what you were
awesome.
thinking?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Let me see you. Do a little bit, yeah. Open it up, do the twirl. Love it.
Someone once told me that true love is the soul's recognition of its counterpoint in another. And while you might not be my first mate, or my captain, or the anchor to my sail, you are definitely my biggest fan, my supportive coach, and most importantly, my most reliable teammate. You motivate me every day, inspire me to be a better person, and you always, always have my back.
They're all yours now, John, Chris, and Robert. No more flat tire calls. No more locked out of cars with the motor running calls. No more cars won't start in the Nordstrom garage calls. Notice, however, with a Saperstein girl, there's never a call from a Kohl's parking lot or, heaven forfend, a Walmart lot. It's always a Nordstrom's or a Bloomingdale's garage. Okay, why is a man with pierced ears better prepared for marriage?
Why is that?
I'll tell you. They've already experienced pain and bought jewelry.
John told me that his favorite thing about Ricky is her smile. And he will spend every day making sure that smile never leaves her face. It's clear that he would do anything for Ricky, even if that means becoming Dwayne Pipe in a murder mystery game. If it makes her happy, he is in. Ricky shared that she knew she loved John when he saw her without any makeup. She loves the way John makes her feel beautiful and special at all times. She said, "I just love him because he's just John, and he's amazing."
Until you, I never knew what true love could or even was. I have never felt more comfortable in my own skin than I am when I am with you. You make me feel confident, brave, beautiful, and imperfectly perfect. You let me embrace my weird, and you aren't shy to show me your own weirdness to me. You understand me. We are two peas in a pod. We go together like lamb and tuna fish. Oh, what? Spaghetti and meatball? Considering we're in America. This next part's really good though. You are my first and only love, and I know that whatever life has in store with us, I cannot wait to experience it with you. You are kind, funny, handsome, know how to calm me down, and know exactly when to rile me up. You're sensitive, giggly, and an overall amazing guy. You take care of me in a way that I never knew I even needed. Every day, I can't help but think how lucky I am that you love me and that you want to be with me. I may not be perfect, but we may be perfect together.
Excited?
Yeah, how are we gonna do our dance?
You have to bustle that.
I know. I will promise to try to not call my mom when even the smallest thing goes wrong. Sorry, Mom. I promise to laugh with you when things are funny and comfort you when times are sad. I promise to always root for the Giants even when they're having a losing season. I promise to root for you and support you with whatever comes our way. I promise to communicate with you, tell you how I'm feeling, happy or sad, angry or mad, and make sure that we're always on the same page together. I promise to always let you do the dishes so that you can load what you think is the right way. I promise to let you think that you're the boss, even though we both know who's boss. I promise to always love you, to never go to bed angry, and to always kiss you goodnight. I promise that my love for you will be like the decimals of pi, never ending. Lastly, I promise to continue to be the weird, quirky, wacky girl that I am, because that's the girl you fell in love with. It's the reason why I love you, and that's the reason why you're an A+ in my book. John, you are my best friend, and I'm so excited to continue to spend our lives together, to explore together, to grow old together, to be happy together. I love you.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to top. Ricky, I can't believe this day is finally here, and I couldn't be more excited to take this giant leap in our journey together. I stand here before you today, ready to promise you these 5 things. I promise to always be honest and truthful to you no matter what. So, to display my honesty to you right now, I thought I would take this time to finally admit to you, in front of all our family and friends, that you were the one who first caught my eye back in 2014 in the computer lab at Pleasantville High School. Yes! I know I never wanted to give you the satisfaction of admitting this to you, but I figure I might as well, and what better time than right now. I know you're loving the fact that I'm finally admitting this to you right now, which brings me to my next promise. I promise to love you unconditionally each and every day for the rest of our lives. The word unconditionally is key here because it basically means that I promise to love you when things are going great, but also when things are not so great. My third promise to you is respect. I promise to always give you the respect that you deserve as a person and as my wife. But most of all, I promise to respect who you are as a person and the choices that you make, even if I don't agree with all of them. Like the way you choose to load the dishwasher when we have a sink full of dirty dishes. Or the unique twist that you put on well-known idioms such as 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Don't worry, I won't repeat the way you choose to say it. 6 dozen, half the other. But that is why I love you, and I know that I can trust you to always be yourself, which brings me to my next promise. My fourth promise to you is trust. You can trust me to be a good person and a devoted husband. I promise that you can always trust me to take out the garbage and recycling on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for as long as we still live at Laura Court. And you can trust me to give you back scratches and massages whenever you need them. But I also promise to always trust you. I trust that you will continue to be yourself and keep encouraging me to do the same, because that is why I fell in love with you. My fifth and final promise to you is that I will always be there for you. Looking back on our relationship, we started out as friends who taught in the same school and who both liked the Giants. And true friendship is the basis for any lasting relationship, but I believe it was inevitable that we would end up together. Except nobody told us that life was going to be this way. Our jobs are no joke, we could be broke, but now that we're getting married, our love life will definitely not be DOA. But if it ever feels like you're stuck in second gear, or it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, just remember that I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. And I'll be there for you because you're there for me too. I'll help you.
Love you! Can we kiss yet? We're almost there. So good.
Ricky and John, you have expressed your love to one another through the commitment and promises you have just made. It is with these in mind that I pronounce you husband and wife. You have kissed 1,000 times, maybe more, but today the feeling is new. No longer simply partners and best friends, you have become united and can now seal the agreement with the kiss.
John and Ricky, may your unified journey through life together be blessed with lots of love, happiness, and a New York Giants Super Bowl win. It only gets better from here. Cheers, everybody.
Ricky is sweet, kind, intelligent, generous, a great sister, and a wonderful, wonderful daughter. John, you know you have a gem for a wife. Seriously, John, we're proud to have you as our third son. Earlier this month was the 80th anniversary of Lou Gehrig's famous Luckiest Man speech. Today, Karen and I are the luckiest people on the face of the earth, given the marriage of our wonderful children, Ricky and John. So let's drink to their happiness.
Rex, I'll leave you with this little piece of advice as a wife. Wear the crown, be the crown, you are the crown. L'chaim, everybody. Cheers, Ricky and John, we love you.
Ricky, I hope that this evening fulfills all your wishes and dreams, and I hope that you enjoy all the remaining surprises. Yes, don't be mad, there are a few more to come. As the Welcome Six Pack says, eat, drink, and be married, and have the time of your life and a lifetime of happiness with our newest son-in-law.
Congratulations to our bride and groom, John and Ricky, everybody. You guys have a great night.